Want to turn your money into more money? Let me show you how the stock market can help you do just that. Hello folks, welcome to Imarticus Learning, your go-to guide for all things finance and investing. So today's topic is stock market, A to Z. Whether you are a total beginner or just curious about how the Indian stock market works, you have come to the right place. Don't worry, you won't need a suit and tie like those Dalal street traders. We're keeping it simple, fun and 100% desi. So grab a chai, sit back and let's dive into the world of stock markets. So what exactly is the stock market? In simple terms, it's a marketplace where you can buy and sell shares of companies. Think of it as a big bazaar for businesses. Only here, instead of picking up groceries or gadgets, you're picking up shares of companies like TCS, Reliance and HDFC Bank. But instead of clothes or electronics, you're trading ownership in these companies. When you buy a stock, you're actually buying a small piece of that company and you're hoping its value increases over time. Now let's decode some important terms you'll hear on your stock market journey, A to Z style. A for asset. Anything you own that has value. In this case, it's your stocks. B for bull market. When the market is rising and everything's looking great, like when Sensex hits new highs, it's called a bull market because bulls attack by charging upward. C for circuit breaker. No, it's not for electricity. It's a safety tool in the market that pauses trading if prices fluctuate too much or too fast. D for dividend. This is the profit companies share with you, their shareholders. It's like getting a little thank you bonus for holding on to your shares. Who doesn't love a little extra cash? Well, almost free. E for equity. Owning equity means you own a slice of the company. It's like having a small piece of your favorite cake. And if the cake gets bigger, profits. Your slice gets yummier too. F for futures. Think of futures like booking a vacation in advance. You lock in the price now, but the trip, or in this case stock, happens in the future. It's all about predicting what prices will be down the road. G for growth stock. Imagine planting a sapling and watching it grow into a tall tree. A growth stock is just like that. A company expected to grow faster than others, offering more potential gains. H for hedging. Hedging is like taking an umbrella out when the weather looks iffy. You're protecting your investments from potential losses by making a backup move, just in case the stock market rains on your parade. I for intraday trading. This is fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping trading where you buy and sell stocks within the same day. Intraday trading is like ordering your favorite street food and finishing it before you even get home. J for junk bonds. These are high-risk, high-reward investments. Junk bonds are like betting on a horse that's an underdog. There's a chance for big gains, but it is risky. K for KYC. Of course, know your customer. Before you jump into the market, the broker needs to know who you are. KYC is like showing your ID at a club. It's mandatory, but it opens the doors to some fun and profits. L for limit order. With a limit order, you are the boss. You decide the maximum price you are willing to pay or the minimum price you want to sell at. It's like setting the price for your favorite snack and only buying it if it drops to your budget. M for market capitalization. This is how big a company is in terms of its value. Market cap is like looking at a company's size, small, medium or large based on the total worth of all its shares. N for NSE, National Stock Exchange, India's largest and most popular stock exchange. The NSE is like the cool new mall in town, where everyone wants to shop for the best stocks. O for options. Options are like having a movie ticket but deciding if you want to go or not. You have the right to buy or sell stocks at a set price, but you don't have to. Totally your choice. P for portfolio. So your portfolio is your collection of investments. Think of it like your playlist. It's a mix of different genres like stocks, bonds, etc. to suit your mood and goals. Q for quick ratio. The quick ratio tells you how fast a company can pay off its short-term debts. It's like checking if you have got enough cash in your wallet to pay for that urgent pizza delivery. R for return on investment. So ROI is the scorecard for your investment. It shows how much profit you made compared to what you invested. It's like getting the bill after a meal and realizing you got more bang for your buck. S for Sensex. The Sensex is the heartbeat of the Bombay Stock Exchange. It tracks 30 of India's biggest companies. Kind of like following the top players in a cricket league. When the Sensex goes up, you know the market's in good shape. T for trading volume. This shows how many shares are being traded in a day. A high trading volume is like a busy marketplace where lots of buying and selling are happening, indicating excitement. U for underwriting. Underwriting is like the behind-the-scenes magic that makes IPOs happen. Financial institutions assess the risk and decide how many shares to offer to the public. Think of them as the directors of a stock market debut. V for volatility. Volatility is the stock market's mood swings. It measures how widely stock prices move up or down. A calm market is like a relaxing day at the beach, but a volatile one feels like a roller coaster. W for watch list. Your watch list is a collection of stocks you're keeping an eye on but haven't bought yet. It's like window shopping. You're not buying right now, but you are definitely tempted. X for ex-dividend. The ex-dividend date is when a stock starts trading without the value of its upcoming dividend. If you buy it after this date, you miss out on the bonus. Y for yield. Yield is the return you get on your investment, often as a percentage. It's like the interest you earn on your savings. It shows how much your investment is paying you. And Z for zero. You must be wondering, why did we bring a zero to the party? Because it knew how to balance things out. Oof, that was fun. Moving on. Ever wonder how companies like Reliance or Infosys even get listed on the stock market? They don't just wake up one day and poof, they're on the exchange. Here's how it works. So companies go public through something called an initial public offering or IPO. It's like the company's debut on the big stage. When a company decides to go public, it offers a portion of its share to the public for the first time. Investors can apply to buy these shares, and if the IPO is successful, the company gets listed on the stock exchange. Simple, right? It's like a blockbuster movie premiere. Everyone's excited, and the demand for tickets, or in this case shares, is high. So, you want to get in an upcoming IPO? Here's how you do it, step by step. Number 1, research the IPO. First, find out which companies are launching IPOs. You can check financial news websites like Money Control or apps like Zerodha. Second, apply for the IPO. Use your broker platform like Zerodha, Upstocks or Angel One to apply for shares. It's super simple, like booking movie tickets online. Third, allotment process. Now this part is based on luck. Once you apply, you'll enter the allotment process. If demand is higher, then the number of shares available, shares are allocated on a lottery basis. If you're lucky, you get the shares. If not, your money is refunded. So if you get the shares, it's like winning a golden ticket. If not, no worries. There's always another IPO around the corner. Now that you know about IPOs, let's look at how the Indian stock market works. We have got two major players here, NSE and BSE. NSE is National Stock Exchange, the largest and most popular stock exchange in India. The Nifty 50 is its main index, representing the top 50 companies. BSE is Bombay Stock Exchange, Asia's oldest stock exchange, founded in 1875. The Sensex is its main index, tracking 30 of the biggest companies in India. It's like having two major cricket leagues. Both are great, but which one you follow is totally up to you. Now that you know the basics, let's talk about how you can start investing in the Indian stock market. Here's a simple guide for beginners. Step 1. Get a PAN card. You'll need this to open your investment accounts. It's like your ID card for the stock market. Step 2. Open a Demat and trading account. You'll need a Demat account to store your stocks and a trading account to buy and sell them. Platforms like Zerodha, Upstocks and Angel One make it super easy to get started. Step 3. Research before you invest. Always do your homework. Don't just follow tips blindly. Check websites like Money Control or Economic Times for reliable information. Step 4. Start small. You don't need a fortune to start. Like, begin with just 5,000 or 10,000 rupees and slowly grow your portfolio. Step 5. Diversify your portfolio. Spread your investments across sectors. like IT, banking, and FMCG. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let's talk about risk. The stock market can be volatile. Prices go up and they come down. But the key to making money here is patience and discipline. Number 1, bear market. This is when stock prices are falling. It's called a bear market because bears swipe downward when they attack. Number 2, long-term investing. Holding on to your stocks for several years help you ride out market volatility and make the most of compounding growth. Number 3, hedging. This is a strategy where you reduce risk by using futures or options. For example, if you own a stock and fear the price will drop, you can hedge your position with a put option to protect yourself. If you invest smartly and think long-term, you can ride the wave of India's growing economy. Remember, the market rewards those who stay in it for the long haul. But don't worry, you're not alone in this journey. With tons of tools, apps, and research available, you can make informed decisions and invest wisely. To sum it up, the stock market is one of the best ways to grow your wealth over time. Whether you're saving for retirement, a dream home, or just want your money to grow, the Indian market is full of opportunities. Now that you have got a solid A to Z foundation, it's time to take action. Open that Demat account, start small, and grow big. Make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment below if you have any questions. We are on this journey together. Happy investing! See you in the next video.